Hello YouTube, this is Grow It Build It, and today I'm going to be growing some purple top grass. So purple top grass is a native perennial grass, and it gets you a close-up look at the seeds here. So it gets anywhere from 3 to 7 feet depending on where you gathered it from, because there's a lot of variation out there and what conditions it's in. But it looks pretty cool in late summer and autumn when it's blooming. So it's a native grass. It's a perennial grass. The roots should be pretty deep on it, and for growing this, you can get the germination rate up there a lot more if you give it a cold moist stratification. So that's what we're doing here. It's February. We're going to plant the seeds as we normally would, but then we're just going to put it outside, protected under a little plastic dome with some ventilation in it, and that's about it. That will simulate what Mother Nature does, and it's the easiest way to cold moist stratify, in my opinion. It saves you steps of having to mess around with the refrigerator, deal with paper towels, deal with mold that can develop on paper towels if you're trying to do it that way. Trying to get your seeds to go in sand in the fridge. I don't care for any of that if I don't have to. For depth on this, you're supposed to go, a little, not too deep, 1/8 of an inch, 3 millimeters or so. So I'm just going to gently cover all these cells with some potting soil, and I'm not going to be too precise in anything. The nice thing about grass seeds is they're usually so cheap. You can just, as you saw, I put a whole lot of seed in here. I'm just kind of playing the odds in that regard. That way I know that I'll have some germination on each cell. My idea is I'd like to have at least 18 plants or more, and I should be able to achieve that with this. The other benefit about it being grass seed is it's so cheap. And I do this with all grass seed, actually, no matter what, even if it says to plant it at a certain depth, I always come back and sprinkle it on top at the end. It's just a good insurance policy. I've had certain types where, where I read it said that you needed to plant it at, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch deep or 1/4 inch deep, and never had anything germinate. And then I turn around and I do this method and I throw some on top at the end, because grass seed is cheap, and so this won't hurt anything. I've had the stuff on top germinate when my seed source told me to bury it. So since the seed is plentiful and cheap, and I'm not broadcasting it into my yard, why not do it? So anyways, that's about it. I'm just throwing the stragglers on here, and I'll give it a drink, and that is it. We will set it outside, and I'll post updates as stuff begins to germinate, how well I do, what worked, what didn't. Thank you very much, and subscribe here if you want to find out how it goes this year. Alright, have a good day.